it is time to upgrade the bridge on my Harley Benton Tele kit. And I'm going with this bridge that I have had for quite a long time. It is the original bridge off of this thing that I upgraded a long time ago. Yeah, I've had it around and been just kind of waiting for some, for a reason to use it. And I think I'm going to like it because it's going to have individual saddles for each string, so I can adjust the intonation of each string separately. Also, the original bridge, I took a picture of it, has these holes here if you want to do string through, but this isn't string through, so it's just these holes for no reason, and that's going to look a lot nicer. This bridge is almost exactly the same size as the one that's in there. The pickup is a little bit, the angle of the pickup's a little different. So I'm hoping I don't have to do any routing underneath there to get that angle that I need. But I don't think it'll be too big of a deal. So yeah, let's get these strings off, get this bridge off, and yeah, start at it. Okay, strings are off, and now we're just going to get the bridge off. It's got 5 screws that are holding it in. The new bridge only has 3, and they will be in a different position to where these holes are, so I will have to do a little bit of drilling, but again, not that big of a deal. I just remembered that the one screw for the saddle is this one right here, is in the way of getting that screw out of the body, and so I'm going to have to take that saddle off as well. Hope you don't mind if I go through this a bit fast. It is very hot and humid today, and I have to have the air conditioning off when I film, otherwise it makes too much noise. And some brilliant guy decided to wear stocking hats in his videos, so yeah. All right, the bridge is off. Now let's get the pickup off of the bridge. And I will probably upgrade these pickups at some point, but for now we're just going to put this together and get that new bridge going, and then yeah, see what we really need to do. Give these pickups a really good workout. Don't lose the springs. And there we go. The old one's off. Now let's just look at this way this sits on here. Don't think that's sitting too bad. Are we going to be able to make it work? Oh, it's possible. It is definitely possible. Let's make sure these holes line up. That looks like it's going to work. Oh, I think I might be good. I think I might not have to route. Let's mount that pickup. All right, I just realized I forgot to turn the camera on when I mounted the pickup, but that's pretty simple. Screws through the bridge, put the springs on, get the pickup on there. If I end up upgrading these pickups, I'll try to remember to film that, so you will be able to see that. But right now I have got it sitting where it looks like it's centered inside the pick guard, and if I take a straight edge and I run it down the side of the neck, so I kind of get a straight line, we are just along the outside edge of that screw for the bridge. and kind of just along the outside of the pole piece. And if I do this side, we're not quite sitting the same. Let's move it that way just a touch. All right, now we are. Sorry, my head's in the way. Sitting about there. It looks like the string will be on the neck very well. This side looks pretty good as well. I'm going to get a couple of strings on this bridge, even though it's not mounted yet, and make sure our strings are going to get lined up where they're supposed to be. All right, I've got a couple of strings on, put both the E strings back on, and make sure they're in the saddles. And if I look at how they're lined up down the neck, they're sitting pretty good. The bridge is a little bit farther forward than it needs to be, but that's just the strings pulling on it because it's not fastened down. But it definitely looks like it's lined up with the neck pretty good. And that is cool. Right about there. I think we can go that way just a touch from where it wants to be. So what I'm going to do is take this painter's tape and put it almost touching the bridge because I want it to move over a little bit. And now if I move it over to the tape, that's not quite where I want it. It's got to be a little closer to the bridge. There, that is almost touching. And if I push it over, yes, that is exactly where I want it. So now we know exactly where the bridge needs to go, right up to the edge of that tape. And so now we can worry about setting it, the other way, so we make sure our intonation is, set right. And so yeah, now I am going to get the strings off, get the actual measurement, so I know I'm right at 25.5, and yeah, get her set where it needs to be. All right, I've got my yardstick here. The scale length of this guitar is 25.5. I said that earlier. Half of that is 12 3/4. And so I set the 12 3/4 mark right on the 12th fret because that is the center point of your scale length. And so now the 25.5 should be right here in the middle of the bridge, and it is. 25.5 here. I've got a couple of saddles that are on one side of it. I've got saddles on the other side of it. So I will definitely be able to intonate all around that area, which is what I want. So that is where our bridge needs to go, this way, back and forth. Now I'm double checking and making sure we are right on the tape like we're supposed to be. I'm looking along here and making sure it looks straight with the pick guard, and it does. And so I'm going to mark these two holes for where I need screws to go. And that is how I am determining where this bridge needs to be. So I'm going to move this yardstick, mark that middle hole, and then we're going to, we're going to get it mounted. All right, I checked the screws that were mounting the original bridge, and they look like they'll work just fine for this bridge. And so I've got a piece of tape on my drill bit so I don't drill down too far. And I should have a drill press, so this is perfectly straight, but I think we can hold her pretty good. Now I'm going to seat the screws in there before I get the bridge ready, because I have broken off screws putting bridges on, and you can't get them back out. Well, you can, but it's kind of a pain. But by doing this, I'll be able to mount the bridge a lot easier. There we go. Now we just do that to the other two holes, and we'll be ready to install this thing. All right, I'm getting all the screws seated down tightly. I got the outside two down, and now I'm just tightening up the middle one. And the reason I did the outside two first is because I wanted the bridge to sit exactly where it was going to. And now I look, and it is right along my tape line. So that is perfect. Those strings should be sitting exactly where they need to be. And, I never took the plastic off the pick guard. Guess you guys get to help me do that. All right, that was fun. Okay, so now as I'm looking at it, it's a little bit closer to this edge of the pick guard than this one, but as long as the strings are lined up good and that is sitting in there nicely, it looks really good along here. That is very cool. So yeah, I am going to get some strings back on this thing and get it tuned up, get the intonation set, and then, yeah, then we're going to play it. All right, we are all strung up and intonated, and yeah, I mean, I've still got a little bit of action issues. I mean, I'm still not worried about setup until I get the neck, the frets leveled. I mean, if you saw other videos about this guitar, you know I need to get the frets leveled. And I'm going to have my friend Brian do that from Roush Repairs. And, but I figured, why don't I put the ridge on that's going to be on this guitar before he goes to all that work and, get, you know, all that setup. Might as well have the bridge that's actually going to be on there. So, but yeah, now we're good to go. But yeah, I'm definitely still having those issues. And maybe being able to adjust each string separately, height-wise, as well as intonation, will help. But yeah, I'm just happy. So yeah, I'm happy. I just said that, but I am. I'm babbling, but I'm babbling about guitars, which is cool. If you don't mind a guy babbling about guitars, you know, anything about guitars. I do demos, I do pedal demos, guitar demos, amp demos, just tons of different shit. Whatever I decide to do, modifications, obviously, and anything like that. If you like that type of stuff, please hit that subscribe down there and help me grow the channel. And comment, like, do all that stuff you do when you watch YouTube videos. And yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.